Hello and welcome back to Learn to Love DIY. Today we're creating this beautiful E, and I'm calling this video Farmhouse Vintage Effect, and also known as the Crackle Effect. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. To get started, you'll need some sort of surface. I purchased this E at the thrift store for under $2, and I'll be using two different colors of paint, white and a light gray, and I'll be using two different brushes, one for the glue, one for the paint. This glue I've just purchased at Walmart for 50 cents. You'll need some hot glue if you're going to be attaching some embellishments. And in this particular case, I will be attaching some cute little flowers that I DIY'd myself. And I have some rhinestones that I'll be using as well on the flowers. So first thing, I'm going to be applying a light layer or just an even layer of the white paint on my surface. Now for this video, I didn't film the portion because I didn't think it was necessary when I started to paint the top part or the front of this E. I didn't think I needed to paint the inside because as you can see, half of it is already white and the other half has that wood look, like vintage wood look. So what I ended up doing is once I applied all of my layers, I went back and I went ahead and filled in the inside of the E, or the top of the E, with the white coat paint. Okay, so once you go ahead and apply this white paint, I did set my E aside to go ahead and dry for just a little bit before I applied my glue coat. And in the meantime, while that was drying, I went ahead and created additional flowers for my E. Alright, so now that our E is dry, I'm going to go ahead and apply an even thick layer of my glue. And as you can see here, I'm just kind of brushing it on very lightly and adding it in the areas where it didn't have enough. And you don't really need this layer to dry as much. You just set it aside for maybe a minute or two, or just a couple of minutes. And while you get the next layer ready, you're just going to go ahead and apply an even coat on top of that, and just be gentle when applying the layer, just because you don't want them to intermix. You just want it to be on the top. I do want to add that once I went ahead and finished applying this layer of paint, I put it outside. It was a fairly sunny day that day, so I let it out to dry for about 2 hours, and that was enough for it to crackle, and I'll be showing you briefly how that turned out. I have seen people heat set it to kind of help the drying process. However, I just kind of let it air dry. Okay, I brought in our E, and as you can see here, it's very well crackled, and I'm just kind of trying on to see how I like my flowers, or which flowers to go ahead and add. And I did them in different kinds of colors. I didn't know what color combination would work. So it looks very nice and crackled in different spots. Now you could do this in the reverse if you wanted to, and you can do the gray on the bottom and the white on the top. It just kind of depends on your preference. And so here I'm going to go ahead and just apply my felt flowers. I decided on this arrangement here to kind of keep with the color coordinations I have in my girls' rooms, and to give it a little bit more personality to the E. So this is my completed project, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you try this crackling effect. It does give it that vintagey look that you might be looking for. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.